Are you selling your home and wondering if offering compensation to a buyer's agent is worth it? Let's look at how these offers work, whether you need to make one, and how it can potentially help you sell faster. So let's break it down. The first thing I want to say is this: all these options pertaining to compensation and concessions have always been available. There is nothing new here except the renewed awareness of how compensation and concessions can work. There's a spotlight on transparency now. This awareness brings with it a willingness to test selling a house and offer nothing to buyer's agents. It's much too early to see how this affects home sales in the market, but rest assured it is being tested as an option. First, what is an offer of compensation? In simple terms, it's when you, as the seller, agree to compensate the buyer agent for bringing a buyer to successfully close the deal. It's like giving financial incentive to encourage more buyers to check out your property. So why does this matter? For a lot of first-time buyers or those on tighter budgets, having those agent fees taken care of can make a huge difference. It cuts their out-of-pocket expenses, meaning more people might be interested in your home. In a lot of real-world cases, I'm hearing stories of buyers walking away from negotiations if the seller doesn't offer the agent compensation because the buyer just doesn't have the ability to cover those expenses. In these cases, it's not a lack of interest in the home, but a lack of financing. Now, you might be wondering, is this mandatory? Do I have to make an offer? No, you don't, not at all. You as the seller have complete control. You get to decide if offering compensation is the best move for selling your property. By the way, if you're looking to move anywhere in the country and you need help, send me a text or an email. I'm part of a network that spans the U.S., and I'd be happy to help you. If you decide to offer compensation, your agent needs written permission from you to make that happen, so it's not like they can make a call on that on their own. And you can decide how much. Maybe it's a flat fee or a portion of what you're already paying your agent. There's just a ton of flexibility there. Again, real-world examples of what's happening now is agents are contacting the seller's listing agent and asking if there's compensation being offered. I've heard lots of stories where if no offer is made or the listing agent says just include it in the offer, buyers are walking away without ever making an offer at all. The logic they use to explain this is this: they go through the exercise of writing the offer and all that takes, and it's more than maybe people think, only to have the seller refuse to pay the buyer agent commission and the potential buyer not have the funds to cover it. That's a waste of time for everybody, they say. In the past, the commission question was answered up front. Now, it's a part of the negotiation process. Let me be clear. Let me be really clear. I'm not trying to send a signal to you sellers about commissions. I'm telling you what's happening in the industry right now, and maybe that'll change as people get used to it. My advice is to find a way to entice the buyer at least to try putting in an offer. I was taught early on, any deal, any contract, any negotiation, it's like playing tennis. You need a partner to play, so find a way to keep them in the game. The new benefit for sellers is you're not locked into a given amount for commissions anymore. In terms of how fast a home will sell, the more buyers who engage, the faster you'll sell. Period. Not interested in offering compensation? You could think about seller concessions. These are different. Essentially, you're offering to cover certain costs for the buyer, like closing costs, for example. I mean, there's nothing new there. It's another way to make your property more appealing without directly compensating the buyer's agent. Another question I often get is, do you have to advertise the offer on compensation if you make one? The short answer is no. You don't have to shout it from the rooftops. You can keep it private and negotiate it in the deal itself, which we've been counseled to do. But putting it out there on social media, flyers, or even through word of mouth can definitely attract more buyers. Ultimately, it comes down to what works best for your selling strategy. A realtor and agent can help you weigh your options, explaining how compensations or concessions can affect your sale. Remember, their job is to protect your interest. So whether or not you choose to offer compensation, the key takeaway here is that you have options. You're in the driver's seat. You can tailor your selling strategy to your needs and what works best for the market you're in, because there's differences. If you're getting value from my videos and you want to be the first to learn about the changing real estate market, hit subscribe, tap that bell. That'll help both of us. Thanks so much. See you later. Talk to you soon.